In the wake of the Nashville school shooting, country artist Ketch Secor says things need to change. His op-ed in the New York Times argues country music can lead America out of its obsession with guns. Quote, conservative musicians are always vocal when it comes to the culture wars, but stars with moderate views tend not to weigh in publicly. Ketch Secor is with us now. Ketch, I appreciate it. Fascinating piece in the Times. Do you think that moderate, quote unquote, country music artists are quiet on the culture wars because they're afraid of turning off their fans?
Exactly. I think there's a great concern among more moderate country singers that if they talk about gun violence in America, then they will be drawing a line between themselves and expressing what is considered to be a liberal ideology, when in fact so many of the performers of country music are the very ones dropping their kids off at school on a Monday morning and are terrified of school safety issues, as we've seen in Nashville 2 weeks ago with this tragic shooting.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Bill Lee, the governor of Tennessee's new plan, an order enhancing protective procedures for the purchase of firearms. This is antithetical to the Republican legislature in Tennessee. It's antithetical to where the center of the Republican Party is, if you will. 72-hour waiting period for reporting new criminal activity, court mental health information to the state background check. Requires courts to accurately, completely, and timely submit information into the state background check database. Requires Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to submit a report on barriers within 60 days. Again, to this point, what's the danger of even somebody who's certainly no moderate in terms of his other views, like the governor, trying to get on the wrong side of, quote unquote, his fans?
We welcome new legislation as parents in our community that can help keep our kids safe. But we also feel that Tennessee state legislature and politics and Governor Lee are simply not going far enough to protect our most important national resource in the volunteer state, and that's our kids. Not too long ago, there was a terrible shooting in Las Vegas at a country music concert. When it happens at work, it's a little bit different. This happened in our home. This happened in our kids' classrooms and hallways. And when it hits you that close to your heart, the wound it hits a lot harder.
Yeah, look, we've seen that after shootings in certain states, that even dark red states can change things and change views because of what's happened. I think, though, about other country music stars, and I say this respectfully, but household names, John Rich, instead of tossing Bud Light out of my bar, when the story broke, talking about the Bud Light and the transgender influencer, I gave it a week to let my customers decide. When they spoke, Bud Light went from our #1 selling beer to flatlining. My current inventory of Bud will be skunked before it's depleted, case closed. Travis Tritt. I will be deleting all Anheuser-Busch products from my tour hospitality rider. I know other artists who are doing the same. At some level, can they afford to take a tougher line on cultural issues or on the gun issue if they're that big of a name in country music?
Well, the two guys that you referenced there follow a kind of Trumpian pathway towards credibility, by which, you say the most extreme thing you say that you can think of, and those types of folk will follow you in your footsteps. And that's all good and well. That's a kind of status quo within country music. The people that we need to be at the negotiating table for future legislations that will guarantee the safety of our kids down south, up north, all around the nation. Those people that we desperately need at the table are the Second Amendment fundamentalist type. We need those guys, and country music has its finger on their pulse.
Yeah, well, which way the pulse goes, and whether country music can lead them to a different way is something to be seen. Ketch, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.